friends, cruising up I-5 northbound to Laidlaws Harley Davidson in order to do some maintenance work on Daniel's roadking. He's getting new rear shocks in order to do research on how the previous ones have sustained the beating along the 10,000 miles trip through Mexico. Liebe Bikerfreunde, willkommen in Südkalifornien. Es geht jetzt von San Diego nach Baldwin Park zu Laidlaws Harley Davidson und da darf ich ein bisschen an Dannys Roadking rumschrauben. Die hinteren Stoßdämpfer tauschen wir aus, um die alten zu untersuchen, eventuell die Serie zu verbessern und ja, dann schauen wir, was wir für ein Video draus machen können. Take every chance to have some YouTube celebrities being together with me on the video.
Perfect.
I don't know if you know this guy. His name is Matt Laidlaw. He has a small YouTube channel, about 100 subscribers. Or is it already 200?
I think I'm at like 160.
160.
But yeah, I talk about Harley stuff on my channel.
Okay, so you better subscribe to his channel. And if you need me to give you a hand, let me know, because then I will drop the camera.
I think I'm okay. I've done this before. I'm a trained professional.
Trained professional, yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to drop the pristine bike. We just drop it off the stage.
Yeah, well, it happened before.
The front brake works, that's good. It's nice.
The rear might not, as we have seen on the last video. Okay guys, follow me back into the service department. The intern is back. He will get a bay in order to do some small upgrades on the beast. I will put this on video. Seeing what's inside $1 million Bogan's pockets. But actually trying to recover the keys. The new ones, and this will go into the Wilbers museum. Let's see the difference after 10,000 miles or 1,600 Ks of abuse. So still sealed, but nevertheless we will do some research on how the shock sustained the trip. The first time that I'm wearing gloves for my protection and not for protection of the bike. And here is the Nevomart shock as well. Mint condition, no seriously, but no leakage of any fluid, so looking pretty good. So the rear is done and Mr. Daniel Hayes is getting some custom-made new preload sleeves for the fork, because he mentioned that for his way of riding hard off-road trails, the Wilbers road configuration is a little bit too soft, and therefore we custom tailor some new preload sleeves in order to increase the preload on the fork to have some additional reserves for off-road use. Some dust of the Australian outback inside the front axle covers. Okay, Danny, I'm sorry that I damaged your front fender. That wasn't before, and that wasn't before either, I would say. But we are not going to buff it out. So, this is the stock preload sleeve, and this is the custom made to give Danny a little bit more preload on the fork. Longer by 7 millimeters, and don't try this at home unless you're riding like Danny. Normally you should turn it on. John is just changing the fork oil, so normally it is yellowish, but after 10,000 miles of off-road usage it turned black, as well as the fork spring. But this is just dirt, and we're gonna clean everything, put in new oil, and then the custom made preload sleeves, and then Danny should be good to go. And here we see what happens after 10,000 miles of riding like a boss. So that's all metal residue in the oil, and that is the reason why we changed the oil quite ahead of the interval, in order to have everything nice and new for future adventures. The first one, as you see, is done with the custom-made preload bushing. I will show it right away, and now it's going to be the second one. We're going to edit that out. Close up, the work is done. Brand new right hand wilbers shock. Brand new Nivomat, so that lasts for whole South America. And the redone fork. leave this just to show Danny that somebody was working on his bike.
Wilbers suspension on there already.
Yeah, but I changed the rears in order to do to give it back to Wilbers to do some research on how it behaved or how it sustained the tremendous amount of torture, because he took it 10,000 miles, I think at least 5,000 off-road, and I think nobody has done it before, so we are really looking forward.
It would be good for research.
Exactly, and so he gets some new ones and take the old ones back. And he complained that during his abuse, the front was a little bit too soft for his way of riding, and therefore we made some custom preload sleeves in order to give him a little bit more preload for the next adventure. And all at Laidlaws Harley Davidson, I have to say, which is so cool to be here, because it started 3 years ago with Matt when I stepped into the dealership. I think almost exactly 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And
I said, who's this crazy German guy? And here you are, part-time technician back in the shop.
Yeah, intern.
Intern, there you go.
And if I lose my job with my German airline, then I might get a job at Laidlaws.
We're looking right now, so let us know, man.
We're going to put you in the off-road
department.
Off-road division, yeah.
Okay, let's do a test ride if everything works, and then it can be back on the podium until Danny arrives.
Perfect, all right.
67,000 kilometers, that's quite a lot.
Ride it in there.
Yeah, but did he remove that ignition switch?
He reprogrammed it. So he reprogrammed it for that.
Like a CVO.
Yeah, like the CVO, exactly.
Actually, it is a CVO with a perfect paint job. We put it up there. I will take the opportunity of filming him dropping the bike. For the first time, yeah. I thought you were riding it up. I would say like a boss, but that's not my line.